That's what I'm talking about. Come on, sucker. Let's get it on.
And get it on, we will. Welcome to Thursday evening, folks. That Fuzz and Rock Show with you once again. Back on the internet waves, airwaves, internet waves. How the fuck does that work? What's up, Sick? How you doing, brother? See that? Look at that. Coast to coast. California represent. What's up, dude? Well, enjoy your ride home. I know it's like 7 hours on the freeway for you guys. Rosemary's here. Hi, Rosemary. How are you? Listen, we got Steve and Nick from Heat the Adversary waiting around. So we're not going to waste any time. We're going to get right to it, guys. So, listen, summer's winding down right now. I see the kiddos are returning to colleges now. Mine started Monday, which is freaking awesome. Oh, I should probably get a camera rolling here, shouldn't I? Upstairs studio tonight. Sorry about that. I was lazy. I'll be honest. Didn't feel like going all the way down 8 stairs. It's nice being the boss. Trust me. So the kiddos are returning back to college this week. It's like move-in day. Some move-in days were today. Some were yesterday. Some were tomorrow too. Which means if you're looking for ramens and condoms, stock's going to be pretty depleted, folks. So get them early or order them through Amazon, whatever you guys got to do. Stay safe out there. As safe as you can be anyways. K through 12 start next week, guys. So remember, start looking out for buses. I say that because I usually, I don't say I don't look for them, but I'm kind of oblivious to them until I'm right on top of them. So we've been the whole summer without looking at buses. So just start looking out for those guys. They'll be around soon. I looked at my Facebook today. 7 birthdays, guys. 7 birthdays today. Happy birthday, Colleen, Rodeo, Nicole, Paul, Full Lips, and Lionel. Of course, I can't not mention my good friend Brian Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh, happy birthday, buddy. Hope you're watching. And you're number one, my man. Also, Ray from, it says Ray Mazzola from Brick by Brick's birthday's today. So happy birthday to you, Ray. Cheers if you're down at the Bull and Bee doing your bartending thing, man. Happy birthday to you, my friend. We are all over the place. I don't know if you guys seen it or not. Facebook, we had the announcement next week, next Wednesday, is going to be my interview with Mariah Formica from Plush. It's getting a lot of attention, thankfully. Quite happy about that. If you guys see the post for the invite or the event page, please share it everywhere. I definitely appreciate it. And if you guys are hanging out on our socials, Facebook is facebook.com/thatfuzzandrockshow. Click the follow button, like the videos, and share to your friends. Also, we're on YouTube, youtube.com/thatfuzzandrockshow. Again, subscribe, doesn't cost you anything. And there's a little bell, notification bell. Every time we go live, you guys will get a little notification that says, hey, the fat man's live again. So get your ass on your whatever media you have, computer, laptop, turn the porn off, put the fuzz. No, actually, no. Stay with the porn if you're doing that. Everybody else that's watching news and all that other shit that doesn't matter, come see Fuzz. Also, we're starting to do stuff with our Instagram and our TikTok now. I'm going to try and get that a little more active for you guys. They're shorts, so we might do a reel every now and then, kind of like a duet thing where we watch somebody else's video and make reactions to it. It's kind of funny. They're getting some attention. So I'm going to try and get more of that into the mix too. Plus it announces some of the shows. So we do have to pay some bills, guys. I'm sorry about that, but not sorry because all of these people are awesome. We're going to start off with the awesomest, I would say. I can't say that. They're all equally awesome, but we got to start somewhere. So we're going to talk about upstaterecords.com. Our friends over at Upstate. They're excellent sponsors. Mario and Kim are just absolutely killing it over there. All sorts of hardcore music over there. Go check it out. Upstaterecords.com. You can find them at Facebook Upstate Records. Insta is at Upstate Records Inc. And of course, find the music at upstaterecords.bandcamp.com. And their home on the interwebs is upstaterecordsny.com. Go check them out. Bloom and Gloom Tattoo just opened in Albany last week, I want to say. Last week. That's Juliet's new joint, and it is freaking awesome. You guys definitely got to go check it out. Awesome little new shop in Albany. It's got a cool little vibe to it. Looks really awesome. Check it out. bloomandgloomtattoo.com, JulietTattoos.com. Instagram is at Gouliette, Gouliett. Gouliett. Okay. Want to make sure I spelled that right. Our good friend Ralph is doing some good things. CapitalUndergroundRadio.com just started. He's doing Capital Underground is showing up on there now. CapitalUndergroundRadio.com. Also, there is a little tab that says Fuzz. You can check that out. And I'm doing some of my interviews are going to podcast over there. So you can check that out. Also, check out ShuffleExtreme.com, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. All rock and music. Go check that out. ShuffleExtreme.com. And of course, RalphRenna.com kind of ties everything into one. So do that. Let's talk about the Kings Inn real quick, because these folks, great friends, great people. 6 McDonald Ave in Schenectady. It's a great little hometown bar. Open mic every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. I checked it out last night. It was a fun time. We had a blast. They host karaoke there every once in a while. And they're doing guest bartenders. I am going to be guest bartending there in October. It's October 11th at the Kings Inn. It's a Tuesday. Rosemary, you got to come out to the Kings Inn on Tuesday night. I'm sorry, October 11th. It's a Tuesday night. You got to come out. 5 to 8 or 5 to 9, something like that. I'll be guest bartending, and it's going to be music by The Tradition. So that's going to be a night to remember. We're going to have fun with that. So don't forget, folks, September 10th, 12 to 7 is King's Fest. 5 bands, chicken barbecue, 50-50 raffle going to the Montgomery County SPCA No-Kill Shelter. $20 donation, but that $20 donation is going straight to the bands. There's 5 bands there. It's going to be Frets, Black Cat Elliot, Ice Wasted World, Shotgun Wedding, and the Erotics. So make sure you guys are going to check that out. It'll be a fun time. September 10th. Bring your chairs, bring your ass, and go. I don't know what else to say. You know what? I do know what else to say. Let's bring the boys in. We are going to welcome now from Hate the Adversary, Nick and Steve joining us this evening. Good evening, gentlemen. How are you?
How's it going, brother? Thanks for having us on.
What's up, Fuzz? Thanks, man.
Are you guys in Mass right now?
Yep.
Yeah.
See that? They're talking to us from a state away, not too far. Technically, you guys are still in that 518 ring. And even if you're not,
sir.
You're kind of grandfathered in, because you guys do a lot of shows down here.
Been playing in the 518 for over 30 years.
That's what I'm saying, man. Grandfathered in for sure. So I definitely appreciate you guys' time and hanging out with us today. We are here to talk about, you guys have an upcoming show that is freaking amazing. It is next Wednesday, the 7th, with the legendary D.R.I.
Yes, sir.
It's going to be Empire Underground, along with Retox AD, Remains of Rage, Faded Line, 1,000-Yard Stare, and of course, you guys. We'll get into that in a little bit, though. Let's talk about you guys as a band for a second. Well, not more than a second. We'll talk for a couple of minutes about the band itself. Like I said, you guys are kind of like on the outside, not outside. You guys are on the edge of the 518.
We're on the rim, right on the cusp.
Right on the ring. That's right.
Yep.
Still, of course, you're still considered part of the scene for sure. How did this band first form? How did you guys first get together?
If you want to take this.
Yeah. Nick, myself, and our rhythm guitarist, Mike, were in a band previously to this called Fit to Swing. And some stuff happened. Mike Valenti was kind enough to offer us a great show over at Chrome. Our drummer didn't want nothing to do with it. We quit. We formed this band 2 months later.
Well, that seems like
that was
it. Just happened like that, right?
Yeah, that was it. We recruited a drummer that Mike and I had played with for years. My buddy John Pavlik. He was our original drummer for this project, and we recruited Asian Kevin Sanders from the band Black Absence out in like Holyoke area to play lead, and that was it. We hit the ground running.
What about like some band influences? What are some bands that have the most effect on your sound as a group?
I feel like we're kind of all over the place. I really do. I mean, between Mawini and Fife. I know those guys are into the old school thrash and hardcore scene. I really kind of was brought up in a lot more of the punk and heavy metal. I know that Asian was very connected to thrash. Also, a lot more progressive stuff, and our drummer is very, very progressive. A lot of the stuff that he listens to.
So you guys in 2018, I believe it was, you guys put out a little 4-song Razor. Tell me about that one. That's like a demo, right?
Yeah, it was the first 4 songs we wrote. I think we put it out in. I think we recorded it in 18 and put it out in 19.
Out in 19.
Actually,
okay.
we released it. We released it Memorial Day weekend. The first show we had copies available were when we played with D.R.I in Queens in 2019.
Nice. So tell us a little bit about that one. Where'd you guys record it and how'd that come about?
A friend of ours has his home studio. I've been working with him for years. It's called RQR. It's in Pittsfield, Mass. My buddy Mike Lafayette does a great job recording, very reasonably priced. And we did it all in one day. We went in, we laid all the music down, Nick laid the vocals down, and we walked out with a copy.
So now 2019 Slaughter for a Profit. Is that the same? Is that the demo or is that?
So
that's the EP.
There was a demo prior to that, though. We came out with a demo that we recorded at a close friends of ours out at where we jam now. It was just quick 4-song demo that we released. It wasn't the best, but it kind of got people's attention. And then we eventually took the time to go back to Mike, which we had all worked with before in previous bands. And that's when we recorded the EP Slaughter for a Profit.
Yeah, I forgot about the demo. We did it.
Yeah.
We did it in, again, one day, and we just burned copies and handed them out. When we played with Obituary, we handed 60 or 70 of them out to everybody just to get our name out.
So let's talk about the songs that are on Slaughter for a Profit now. The first song I think is 413, right?
413, yep.
413,
yep.
Tell us a little bit about that one. Yeah. That's an area code, I imagine.
Yep. Nick can tell you. Go ahead and take that one, Nick.
So 413 is the area code we're in out in Massachusetts. It means a lot to a lot of people around here. But I mean, kind of the biggest draw to the name was the fact that we all grew up in the kind of Berkshire County, Western Mass area. For better or worse, we saw so much crazy shit around here that we felt, it owed us to write a song about it. I mean, I feel every band eventually writes a song about the area they're from, whether they hate it or not. And I got to writing about kind of just all the things I hated, all the things that I wanted to talk about that I felt that no one else around me was talking about. So we just threw it into a song. It really incorporates, I feel like, who we are as a band. It has a little bit of metal, a little bit of punk, a little bit of thrash, and it kind of just all comes together to this amazing little banger that just we've kept going for a while.
Yep.
Also, I apologize. My voice is a little screwed up. We've been practicing nonstop on our getting ready for D.R.I. So if I sound like shit, that's why.
You better rest that shit, dude.
Oh, I will be. Trust me.
Man. You got less than a week. You better start drinking that magical honey water and
that's right.
You singers put in there, whatever it is that makes
your pure Jack Daniels.
I knew you were going to say that.
You know what? Whatever works for you. And I guarantee Valenti, if he's watching, is going.
Yep.
That's you're right there. So Kevin, I don't know if you guys know Kevin Sanders. Probably, he said he's in here creeping, and he says blame it on the band.
That's our guitarist.
Yeah, see,
that's our. Yep.
Why is he not on here? What the hell?
That's what I'm saying. I didn't know if he had to work or not.
So because you guys are here and he's not, we get to talk shit about him. See,
that's right.
He may be working.
He's a beautiful bastard, that man.
Well, somebody's got to do it. I'm definitely not, so somebody's got to do it. So let's talk about you guys in gigs. Like we said, you guys have played all over the Capital Region area, all over the place. A lot of venues down here in the 518. Do you guys play a lot of venues in Mass too, or is it mostly here?
We do a lot in Albany. I mean, we do, hometown shows are rare. There's a small place called the Crossroads that we've played a bunch of times. Brick by Brick's been over there with us. We did a local show a couple weeks ago at a newer venue. That was pretty cool. And then we play a couple times out towards like the Springfield, Holyoke area. We've done a couple shows out that way, and we kind of always love to come back to the 518 though. Just everybody shows us so much love there, and it's family.
We've gotten more support in New York than we've ever in Mass. I mean, I love Mass to death, but New York scene was really showed us love and really kind of brought us in. And we love playing Massachusetts shows. The show Steve was just referencing was Flatburger Society out in Pittsfield, brand new place. Besides that and Crossroads, which is always amazing, we don't really have many places to play out here. So what ends up happening is we try to go out of our way to go out to like Worcester or Northampton, places like that. But every time we return to New York, it's like seeing family.
Yeah.
Plus, you guys,
and we've hit Queens.
Go ahead, bud.
We've hit Brooklyn and Queens a couple times too.
Yep.
And we had good times there too, but nothing like Albany. Albany's home. That's the way I look at it.
Plus, not to mention the fact that Mass has those good pharmacies there. You know what I'm saying?
All over the place.
You guys were the first to do that. And
I grow it.
Well, now everybody does, I think.
No, I work for a actual grow. We grow hundreds of it.
No shit. All
yeah,
right.
we're in wholesale and everything.
All right.
Yep.
So
that's got to be a hell of a job, huh?
All those pharmacies, Nick's providing the stock for them.
That's right. That's right.
Now, Nick's not only is Nick the one that's going to deliver this freaking killer vocals on the 7th, but he's also stocking your pharmaceuticals.
That's right. Helping the people.
One pharmaceutical. I don't even know. Well, yeah, I guess it can be considered a pharmaceutical. It is. Yeah.
I mean, hey, a lot of people use it medicinally. A lot of people use it to kind of escape the stupid shit they're going through. Same way we escape it with music.
Kevin says, Nick grows, I protect.
That's right. That's
that is true.
I like it. So I'm going to ask you guys each individually. I'm going to start with Nick. What got you into music? What got you started?
Honestly, I trace it all back to I mean, obviously my parents showed me a lot. My mom showed me Sabbath at a young age, but I always trace it back to my cousin Melissa Wendell. She passed away about 7-8 years ago. She got me into everything. She showed me Manson. She showed me Pantera. She showed me Slayer. She showed me all the punk and thrash that I could ever handle. And right from that point, I had the interest, and I started to go to local random shows that'd be happening on North Street in Pittsfield, trying to sneak in at a young age to try to see all the cool bands. I remember being on North Street at this place called Source of the Nile. It was usually like just some rundown, like I think it was swap shop. But they had this big show there, and I'm trying to sneak in around like 7-8 o'clock. And I see this guy hanging from one of the tiles in the roof, screaming into a microphone. It was one of the craziest things I'd ever seen. And I think I want to say 11, 12. And from that point on, all I wanted to do was play music. It just seemed like the thing that got me right away. And I hope he fucked up that whole building too.
Well, there you go. Well, so you said that your mom started you off at an early age with Sabbath, right?
Yeah.
Every parent that's listening, that is parenting done right there. Just so you know, little tip from that Fuzz and Rock show, that is parenting done right. Introduce your kids to Sabbath. Steve, what about you, man? What got you into the music vibe?
Well, basically, my dad grew up listening to the Beatles, loved the Beatles. I was always around the Beatles music. The old doo-wop stuff he was big into, so I was always hearing that. And I bought my first record in 1977 just based on the cover, and it was Kiss Love Gun, and that set it off for me. And then progressed into Sabbath, Priest, Maiden, then just went heavier and heavier and heavier, and I just listened to everything, and I wanted to play. My fingers are too fat for guitar, and the strings are too close together, so bass seemed like a nice option. Wider strings,
There you go.
You know, not as many, and I like it. So
that close
that's
to being a
basically
big
what got
system.
me going.
So now you guys both had said Sabbath as getting you started. What about some of your other individual influences? Nick, I'll go back to you. What about some of your other individual influences as far as music goes?
Oh man, it's all over the place. It's anything from Johnny Cash to Billie Holiday to the Pogues to I don't know, you're getting into Slayer, SOD, kind of all over the place. I love heavy, I love soft, I love anything that really hits you. I feel it's important as a musician to have kind of a large like vocabulary when it comes to music. It's blues has always spoke to me. It's always been something that I kind of touched base with really, really early on. And I feel blues and metal are very similar in a lot of ways.
Sure.
You get a lot of the angst, a lot of the anger, a lot of the bullshit that you're dealing with every day out.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I'm literally all over the place. If it has a good rhythm, I'll probably give it a listen.
What about you, Steve?
As far as individual musicians, Steve Harris from Iron Maiden, the almighty Cliff Burton, Geddy Lee, hearing all these guys playing the bass and the way they played it, I was like, oh yeah, I want to do that. And that's kind of how I try to. And then Lemmy, you know, nobody gives him enough credit as far as a bass player. The guy was incredible, but nobody gives him credit. They just think he was pounding on the bass, making no sense, but he made a lot of sense of what he did. And the way he played the bass was just fucking amazing. And then, John Entwistle from The Who, another one who was just amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
I got to see them in '96 at Madison Square Garden, sitting on the side of the stage, first row side of the stage, 10 feet from Entwistle, and just blew my mind. I was like, man, I'm never going to play again. I couldn't compete to that.
His
But,
style too. If you watch him play, he moves. His hands just go and they don't stop.
He made it look so easy. He looked
exactly,
bored at times.
Yep.
You know, so those are like my main influences as far as bass players go.
So let's talk about so we're talking about Albany and Mass as far as venues go. Is there do you guys notice a difference between the Mass crowds and the Albany crowds? Or is it kind of similar?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Big difference?
Yep.
Oh yeah. Night and day.
Like in what regard?
Albany's more family. Like
Okay.
when you go there, everyone's you see the same people at all the shows,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone accepts everyone else. Mass can be very cliquey. Like if you're not part of that clique, hey, what's up? And that's that. Maybe come over, talk to you for a minute kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not in with that particular group of people, and it's pockets, like you'll have a group over here hanging out and then a group over here hanging out, and they're not talking to each other. You go to Albany, everybody's talking to everybody. It's more of a family over there.
Yeah, no, I feel that, man. For sure.
I'd probably say the same. I mean, it really is night and day, but there are good things in Mass. I mean, within those small pockets that I've connected to, there is a lot of love. There is a lot of family. It's just I feel like people are a lot more scared out this way to branch out. There's so many different genres over here, for example. There's an entire scene that'll be just punk. Then there's another scene that is just thrash. There's another scene that's just black metal or doom metal.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like a lot of them try to reach out. And you have a lot of, and I'll make a plug here, you got places like RPM where people kind of finally come together. But outside of that, not a lot of people want to reach in and kind of cross that barrier into a new genre or hang out with the same people. Whereas anytime we go over to New York, there's so many different people at every single show from every different background, and everyone has the greatest time. Everyone treats each other like family. We've never fell out of place when we went over there.
So, and another thing about
go ahead.
To piggyback on what Nick was saying, there's not a lot of mixed bills over here as far as shows go. It's all thrash, it's all doom, it's all death, it's all black metal, it's all slam bands, it's all hardcore. Whereas Mike Valeni, he'll put on a show, he'll have a thrash band, a punk band, a hardcore band, a new metal band, all different kind of genres in one show. And it brings all kinds of people out, and then people start listening to other genres of music. They don't do that as much over here.
First, I'll say that. So, Mass folks, we're not digging on you. You guys are cool as fuck too, right? Everybody's, you know what I mean? Everybody's cool. We're not digging on you guys. I was just wondering because I know there's like when I'm talking to some national acts, I asked that question about the UK crowds and the US crowds because I know there's a huge difference in that. I guess the UK is more accepting than the United States is. So I was just wondering if that difference is. So Mass folks, you guys are cool too, man.
I mean, yeah, don't get us wrong. We love everywhere we've played. We love Mass. We love New York. We love Connecticut. We're trying to get down there a little bit more. We love Vermont. Fuck, we love anyone who will have us. We don't have any say about any other place, but when it comes to New York, anytime we go there, they treat us right. They treat us like family. So it to us, it means the world.
Hell yeah, man. So I'm just gonna real quick. Evelyn piped in with beardy metal dudes, bass players flood my basement though. Can't lie. And she listen. I know Evelyn. Listen.
So
I know
I.
You probably have to do your vagina monologue podcast soon, but we appreciate your comment, dear, and enjoy man hating and being crazy.
Wearing this shirt for Evelyn.
There it is. That's right. Representing, man.
My boy's Malefic.
Representing.
I got silence equals death.
There, see that? And look, I'm wearing the shitty show shirt. I'm sorry, guys. That's my bad.
Not at all, man. You got 518 supporting. I got New Jersey supporting, and he's got 518 supporting. We're all good.
That's what I'm talking, man. So let's talk about COVID because it's still in the news. It was a thing. We all know it was a thing, and it sucked and everything. But how did COVID specifically affect Hate the Adversary? Did you guys get dinged by
answer that?
Did it fuck your schedule up?
Go ahead.
That, it definitely fucked our schedule up. All of us kind of just went into hiding for the most part, as did the rest of the world. We really didn't try to push it and, get together. We kind of just did our own thing and survived. I mean, like anyone else, it was an absolutely insane time. We didn't know how to handle it. We didn't want to get each other sick. I mean, we all have kids, for the most part. We all have a family. The last thing we wanted to do was to kind of spread it and get worse things happening. And I know, just before COVID is when when our drummer, John Pavlik, ended up leaving the band. Mm-hmm. So we kind of just went on a hiatus anyway for a little while looking for a brand new drummer. And then suddenly COVID happened and it kind of got out of our control. But I think for the most part, we took that as a time to do our own thing, heal, get our shit in order, so that when we did come back to like now, we know what we want, we know how we want to play, we know where we want to go, and it has so much more feeling, more aggression, more angst, more power to it. Mm-hmm. I think everything moving on is going to have a lot of that effect that COVID kind of gave, I want to say, everyone in the scene.
Did you guys get a chance to do a lot of writing during that, or?
Not really. No, we had a bunch of stuff written that we wanted to use that we kind of fucked around with here and there on our own. Sure. I wrote a few things. I think everyone kind of did their own thing. But I mean, it was just like we got as much information and we learned as much as we could about our thing during it. And when we came back, it was like we had never been separated for a moment.
We didn't even see each other for almost a year and a half.
Like, fucking literally. Guitar players. Look at this, dude. Look at this. Guitar players. I also decided to have a kid during that bullshit. Well, what else are you going to do? You can't go outside. You're trapped in the house. What else are you going to do? Why not have a fucking kid? Good job, dude. Yeah. Congratulations, I should say.
There you go.
That's
doubly. Congrats, brother, as always.
Yeah, we didn't even see each other for like a year and a half, and then we got our new drummer to come in, and things clicked with him, and it's been amazing since.
Yep. So again, we're gonna just put it out there, and we'll talk about it at the end. I promise. September 7th with D.R.I. at Empire Underground. Doors open at 6. There's a laundry list of bands there. We're talking. Where's my paper? So I don't forget anybody. Talking D.R.I., Retox AD, Remains of Rage, Faded Line. I think that's Vegas's first show with them, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so that's going to be 1,000-yard stare, and of course, you guys are now. Are you guys starting it all off? You guys are.
It's going by ticket sales,
We'll see.
and as of right now, it's when we get there, we turn in our ticket. If we have any tickets left, we turn them in. Mike will go through what sold, who sold how many, and it'll go from there.
Either way, it's
So
gonna be a fun show. I can't stress enough, of everyone going early, staying late. It's gonna be amazing bands all fucking night. There's no reason to miss anyone, even if it's a starter band. Get your ass there, stand in the front, and support.
Well,
and we've got a couple of tickets left. If anybody needs any, just a quick little plug. They can always message anyone in the band, myself, Nick, Kevin, or the band page, and I'll even deliver them. $10, you'll save $5. Don't have many left, so first come, first serve.
Yeah, and they're selling, so get them while you can, guys, because you never know. Now, wouldn't that be fucking awesome if you guys sold more than D.R.I?
I don't think D.R.I has to sell any tickets.
Well, no, I doubt it, but you know what? That would be pretty humorous, I must say.
This is going to be our Sorry, this is going to be our third time playing with D.R.I. Me and Fife played with them in Fit to Swing one time. This is going to be our second time as Hate the Adversary.
Nice.
They kill it every fucking time.
And it would suck if we had to go on after them because everybody would leave.
No, we'll just bar the doors and make sure everybody stays in there.
That's right.
Well, that's right. They play like 2 hours straight through. They just get on and they don't stop.
Yeah, their sets are fucking brutal.
No.
They're fucking amazing.
Yeah, their sets are absolutely brutal, man. Absolutely. So, I'm going to go back to something you said that when Valenti puts on show, he puts all different kinds of bands in one thing. I've said it before on shows, and I'll say it again. I call that the Valenti blender, and I think he's like a mad scientist. You know what I mean? I think he just puts stuff in there, blends it up, see what works. And that's a good thing too, because that opens more crowds up to more styles of music that they wouldn't normally see. So if you have like a punk band and a thrash band together, the punk crowd gets to see the thrash crowd gets to see the punk, and it opens up those genres to people that wouldn't normally go to see an all punk show or an all thrash show or an all black metal show or doom metal or whatever categories there is. So it's cool. It's a great thing that he's doing that. It's a brilliant idea because obviously you're going to draw more people, but you're also opening the scene up to more audience, and hopefully they'll take that and go to another show and keep that whole cycle rolling. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Make the scene stronger by doing it that way.
100%. You know what else makes the scene stronger? Everybody sticking together, work together. I can't say it enough, man.
Agreed.
Go out and support everybody's shows, man. Go see the shows. Go, bring your flyers to another show and hand them out while you're there. And then the band that's playing on stage is going to go to your show and hand out their flyers there. Like, it's a network. If everybody did that, man, the scene would be massive. The scene would be massive here.
I think that if the New York and the Massachusetts scene kind of cooperated on a lot of that shit, it would be insane. It'd be insane.
Spotlights would be all over this coast.
Oh,
guaranteed.
Yeah. Yep.
So let's talk about what's next for you guys for Hate the Adversary. Are you guys in the process of writing any new music or?
Yep. We have a bunch of new stuff that's being written right now. We kind of just keep powering along and keep writing stuff. We have a little bit of stuff that we had written before we want to revisit. We're working our way towards a full length. We're not sure when exactly it's going to be out, but I mean, we're already, I want to say like 4 songs in, and we just want to keep going until we get something really, really good, choose the best songs for it, record them, and throw them out to people.
How about any more gigs other than the D.R.I? So you guys get anything else pending on the gig schedule or what?
We got something brewing, possibly. What's that?
October 29th in Agawam, Mass.
Yeah, we should have one at the Tank in October. Other than that, I'm looking into other shows. we would really like to maybe head on down to Connecticut to get a little bit of play down there.
Mhm.
Obviously, any fucking time Valenti asks us to play over in New York, we'll come over. And yeah, I mean, we're just trying to branch out wherever we can and try to get as many people to come out because we have fun everywhere we go.
Hell yeah, man.
I
Absolutely.
mean, we love doing shows and playing shows, but also we're not really going out of our way to try to book too many so we can continue to write some more
You're
stuff
right.
for a
Yep.
newer, for a full length. So we don't want to get too crazy with doing shows. So we're kind of spreading them out and
Sure.
kind of picking and choosing.
You said Agawam, Mass. What the hell used to be over there? I can't. It was it like there was
The
a,
Big
like
E.
what's that?
The Big E.
What the hell's
And
that?
Six Flags, New England.
Wasn't that Riverside at one point?
Yeah.
Yes, it used
Okay.
to be Riverside.
All right, that's
Yeah.
where. Okay, that's what I remember. Okay. Sorry,
That or
folks.
you got Geraldine's that used to be Max Cap out in Chicopee, not too far from there.
Folks, that
Yep.
was the shiny thing that came in. I'm sorry. I got off on my own in my own little world. Sorry about that. So,
You're good. It's memories.
No worries.
so I'm going to put you guys on the spot right now, and this is my one of my newest questions that I come up with,
Yeah, this
and it's a stumper, and you guys are going to be put on the spot. And so every other band that's listening, listen. There's no hard feelings with this. This is just a on the spot question. You guys are putting together an East Coast tour. You have to pick a headliner, a national act, and 2 other bands to go out with you. Who is it?
Like local bands, like friends of ours kind of thing?
You got 2 local bands you're going to take with you, and you have to pick one national.
Oh, that's the national's tough. Local
I
bands.
know
for me,
that's why it's a question.
that's a rough one.
Yep.
if I'm taking local bands, I'm doing a Valenti blender kind of thing.
All
I
right.
want to go out with like Municipal Waste,
Oh, good.
us, Malefic, and
All right.
Balor.
Oh, all right.
Because I fucking love Balor. They're like one of my all-time favorite bands, and
What
all
about
cool
you, Nick?
fucking guys too.
Oh man, that's a fucking hard one. Once again, going with the blender idea, man. I think
All right.
one of the big bands that I'd bring locally would probably be our friends over in Goblet. They
All right.
fucking slay every goddamn show they play, and
There
they
you
would be
go. All right.
amazing to take with us.
Hell yeah.
We play really well with them. Another one, honestly, would be Violent by Design. Some guys from your area.
Good pick.
They
Yep.
fucking kill it. We love playing with them.
Yes, sir.
And for a fucking for a big act, I would probably say Exodus, maybe.
Nice.
Exodus, or I mean, I like the idea of Municipal Waste as well. That's a pretty close second to that.
Good choice.
But
Good choice.
definitely one of those two.
Very good. See, that wasn't that hard. I mean,
No, not at all.
so all right, let's talk about this. Let's talk about the best gig you guys ever played. Could you name it if I asked you?
Oh man, Steve, you can start with that. Like of all time, or
all time from in your musical career, best gig you ever played.
All right.
Oh,
I'll start. Steve's gonna be thinking for a little bit, so I'll start. I think the very best show I ever played was with D.R.I, and that's when we played down in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've ever had a more enjoyable, crazy time. I remember halfway through the show, this chick who was trying to fight the bouncers jumped up on the stage and started dancing on the fucking bar. There's 100 people deep in the mosh pit. Me and my best friend are running the pit, and D.R.I, it was the first time ever seeing them live, and it was like going from like, you know, always listening to them as a teen to suddenly you see them right there in the flesh. It was the craziest pit, and the fact that we were able to be part of that, and that's like kind of one of our first shows, was just amazing, and we are so honored to be there. And it just the momentum just keeps pushing every time we play with them or every time we play with another national act, because it's shit that we grew up listening to and admiring and, you know, idolizing, that now we get to be a part of.
Absolutely. What about you, Steve?
Yeah, I was gonna go kind of toss up between when we played with Obituary at Upstate Concert Hall and D.R.I. the first time. Hate the Adversary played with D.R.I. just because Obituary was just like one of my favorites that when they first came out, and to get to play with them, that was an awesome feeling. But performance-wise, we were better when we played with D.R.I. So it's kind of a toss-up between those two.
Definitely.
There you go. Well, we're losing the light on both you guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it over to you guys to give you guys a little shout out time. You guys can plug anything you want. You guys can shout out anybody you want and tell folks anything else you want to tell them before we wrap up. I will cover all of your links and the show for D.R.I. coming up. Anything else? It's all yours, boys. Go ahead.
Steve, you start.
Nick. All right. Just want to thank everybody who's ever come to a show, listened to us, bought a shirt, bought shorts, whatever, just because we love to play and we love when people like to hear us and see us and all of that good stuff. And we just enjoy hanging out and playing. So thank you to everybody who's ever listened to us in any capacity, and looking forward to coming over and having a great fucking night with D.R.I. next Wednesday.
Solid, man.
Same. I
Thank
mean,
you to you too, Fuzz. Thank you to you for putting us on.
I was gonna say thanks, Buzz.
Really cool.
Hey, man,
Seriously.
Sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good. No, I'm glad you said thank you to Fuzz. I mean, we appreciate that you brought us on here. We want to do an interview for a little while. We just want to get a bunch of new stuff out. But in terms of thanking, thank fucking Valenti for helping us out, getting us on awesome shows. Thank 518 for always supporting us. Thank 413 for giving birth to us, for good or for bad.
Yeah, buddy.
And I mean, every band we've ever played with, every person we've ever connected with at a show, every person that listens to our music and says, holy shit, I'm not alone. I feel the same fucking way. That is what makes us who we are. That's what pushes us every single day to write new music. As long as you give us some love, as long as you show interest, we're just going to keep going. We appreciate you for everything that you do. We appreciate these scenes. We appreciate every person who downloads music on Spotify, Bandcamp, wherever else, all the amazing bands we play with. Thank you.
That's solid, man. You guys can catch Hate the Adversary, Empire Underground this Wednesday night, September 7th, along with 1,000 Yard Stare, Faded Line, Remains of Rage, Retox AD, and of course the mighty D.R.I. is going to be there as well. Doors at 6 p.m. Sounds like it's going to be a fucking rager, dude. That's going to be an amazing show.
I'm early, stay late, seriously.
Hell yeah, man. You guys can find more stuff from Hate the Adversary. Check them out on their socials and everything else. hatetheadversary.bandcamp.com. Don't forget Bandcamp Fridays. First Friday of the month, I believe. You guys get all the profits. So, but go to Bandcamp, check them out. Facebook, search for Hate the Adversary. You'll find them there. Streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, and Amazon. You can also check your local streaming or your preferred streaming source for them. If not, go to a different one and get their stuff. Boys, look forward to seeing you guys on the stage at Empire Underground, tearing it up with D.R.I. and all those other amazing freaking bands. I appreciate you guys taking your time out to hang out with me. It means a lot, and you guys are welcome on the show anytime. Drop me a note. We'll get you on. We'll get
anytime you want us on, brother. We'll come on.
Dude, I appreciate that, man.
Absolutely.
Thank you. So you guys, listen, first of all, Nick, rest the voice. Steve, rest the beard. Get everything ready for Wednesday night. Just come out and assault the living fuck out of faces, man. That's all I can say.
Oh, fuck yeah. Fuck
all right,
yeah.
Guys, thanks
That's
again. Everybody, Hate the Adversary. Go check them out. See you later, boys.
Thanks, Fuzz.
Later.
See ya.
All right, Hate the Adversary. Guys, you got to go see this show. If this is going to be a killer show, Empire Underground, Wednesday evening, September 7th. All of those bands. I'll run them down one more time for you. Retox AD, Remains of Rage, Faded Line, 1,000 Yard Stare, of course, Hate the Adversary, and freaking D.R.I. How can you go wrong? You guys need to go check that show out. And also go check them out. You guys can get their stuff. It's on Bandcamp. It is hatetheadversary.bandcamp.com. Go check them out for show, guys. Kimba, hey, how you doing? Nice to see you. All right, we are 7:44. I think we're done. I don't think anybody have anything else. Anybody from the chat want to talk about anything else before we wrap this shit up? Because I know you guys don't want to hear me babble for another 15 minutes or so. Anybody else going once, going twice? I'll give you time. I'll give you plenty of time. Well, while you guys are thinking up stuff to talk about, I will tell you once again, you guys can go to our social media pages, facebook.com/thatfuzzingrockshow. Hit the follow button, drop a like on some of the videos, share it to your friends. youtube.com/thatfuzzingrockshow. Hit the subscribe button, click that notification bell, drop a like on some of the videos, and again, send them to your friends. Let them know what our community is up to, build our community even bigger. We're also on Instagram and TikTok at That Fuzzing Rock Show. So everything's basically at That Fuzzing Rock Show. I've kind of lined that up now, so everything's all the same, which is a hell of a lot easier to plug. So that's a good thing. Make sure you guys are checking them out. Like, follow, subscribe, share, all that other good shit. Check out the Kings Inn. Please go to upstaterecordsny.com. Those guys are doing a hell of a job over there. Go see Juliet over at Bloom and Gloom Tattoo. And, of course, CapitalUndergroundRadio.com. You can find Capital Underground. You can find the Fuzz podcast there. ShuffleExtreme.com. All of your everything you want to hear is right there. You know what I mean? All of your national favorites right there. ShuffleExtreme.com. Go check it out. All right, guys, we're done for another week. It's been a pleasure. Boys from Hate the Adversary, man, I appreciate you guys like you wouldn't believe. And what else do we got?
Get the fuck out of here.
Noted.